Matavesi, Ratuni Urawa. Oh, and then Hutchinson, gliding run, magnificent, and they're celebrating 15 metres out.
That was glorious.
Try scored by Tom Collins, he's got another. And it is another thing of beauty made in the East Midlands.
Rory Hutchinson at times does things that look so easy, but they're just not. He takes this ball at full pace and just glides between two defenders. Outstanding.
All good, mate.
They pick off the final pass, and as you say, he knew it was a try 20 metres out. It's a great initial ball from Mitchell. It came off front ball at the line out, which isn't the best for the back line, but Mitchell put a right zip on the ball into Hutchinson's hands. And like I said, the thing that made that was the pace he took the ball at, and the way he just swerved and hit that seam between the back of the line out defence and the first defender in the back line.
"25 minutes gone. Saints ahead. Northampton 10, Bristol 5.
This is what efficient, good attacking rugby looks like. That try has been created in 3 passes, no phases needed. That is the threat, that's the danger.
And Tom Collins, hot to touch right now as well. Player of the week, try of the week. London Irish last weekend. And he's scored another beauty. Ratuni Urawa plucking it out of the air. That was not an easy catch over his shoulder.
Use it now, please.
You mentioned the gusting wind. Every now and again it just picks up, and players seem to be finding it difficult just to pick the ball up in the air.
Piatau. Leua, part of the link crew to pick out Vui. You're in there quickly. Thacker. And Jan Thomas offering his muscle. Sheedy. And Joyce. Frisch. Oh, Piatau, a little juggle, and finally he managed to pocket it. Oh, and then you're a little search up the blind side, and there was nobody on the door for Northampton. However, they managed to win that one back. Well, that's another cracker.
Dan Bigger just had a little nibble on the blind side and took himself out, and Andy Uren spotted it really well. Saints then made another turnover, and Dan Bigger straight away says, look, we want to attack, let's up the tempo. Saints on the attack in this danger zone once again.
Matavesi, Ribbons calling the line out. Will it be to himself? No, it's to the front and Augustus. Ludlam, Mitchell, and then Dingwall. Ludlam had linked back round, instead it was for Laws, and this time the try is scored by Hutchinson. It's simple stuff, but right now Northampton are unstitching Bristol's defence.
It's the exact same play that Northampton didn't take advantage of early in the game. It's the exact same play that we said Courtney Laws could have tipped, and he didn't. This time he does. The same holes there in defence.
Northampton Saints haven't gone through 5 phases this game, but their ability to be able to identify space, and I've got to say, for Bristol's defence at the minute, they have been shredded. Have to fix that up. For the quality of player on there, players should not be going untouched underneath your sticks.
We spoke about the Northampton shape. They use various players to achieve it, but the ball into Courtney Laws' hands here, and he's got the skill to be able to tip or play out the back. Dan Bigger makes a lot of noise. Everyone takes their eyes off Rory Hutchinson, and he's untouched under the sticks.
It's Christian Day enjoying this Gallagher Premiership game with us today. Christian alongside Hugo. Christian, of course, once of this parish. Once a Sale Shark. Is it better being a Saint or a Shark? What do you think? You have some time to think about that one. Oh, and now Collins went forwards, but Heenan and Thacker tackled by Hill. Thacker still going, mauling his way towards the 22. Uren, Sheedy, Randrandra. That has gone forwards.
Always under pressure.
And we will come back for the earlier scrum. So
under pressure always.
Schalke or Saint? I know which way Hughes would go, but which way would you go?
Very different points in my career, really. I started out at Sale Sharks. My first opportunity in professional rugby. I actually live back in Manchester now.
For what?
But I spent 10 years at Northampton Saints, probably my best years as a player. So
under pressure,
Saints, I've mentioned it already, it's a town team for Northampton. They look after their past players very well. So nice to be back here today.
Certainly Christian Day. And this is Luke Morahan, who was going to come on for Steven Naulango. Injured. We've barely seen him over the last couple of months for red card reasons. He's had a couple of bans that's kept him out for 6 games, but yeah, that doesn't look great as we head into the final turn of the season.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got a lot of tape on that knee. Probably indicates there's a bit of instability there already, and he's just planted his foot in this luscious Franklin's Gardens turf, and his knee's just given out on him there. It's never nice to see that, a non-contact injury. It clearly looks very uncomfortable for him.
Haydar, king of stats, tells us that he's only played 200 Premiership minutes this season. We hope that it's not going to be a season ending on 200.
No, absolutely not. I mean, one thing you can say, they've got their bench stacked in terms of 4 back replacements, and Luke Morahan is not a bad man to bring on, and he's not going to carry much of a lesser threat. He seriously has express pace, and we'll hope to see the ball in his hands.
He's back for the first time after a couple of months away as well. He's been injured. And again, that really unusual, unorthodox 4-4 split on the bench. 4 forwards, 4 backs. Pat Lam thinking it's been the backs who've been falling away more than the forwards in the final quarter of the match, and that's the reason for the split. One of them on earlier than expected, Luke Morahan. Bristol attacking, needing to respond into the final 10 minutes of a busy first half. Randrandra, Piatau up in support. Making good ground beyond the initial tackle, and Uren holds it up for Atwood. And again, and Joyce, the other second rower. Heenan had folded back round. Ribbons doing what he can to hold him up, but Heenan wrestling the ball in the end to ground. Atwood takes on Hill. Uren, Thacker, a little twist and a turn. And Harding.
Ryan is offside.
Bristol with the advantage. Maybe more. Jake Heenan took it on initially. Now the spread of the ball, and Frisch got it away so quickly. And Sheedy and Piatau. A little bit of dancing, manages to get it wide, and the try is scored. Sheedy's there, and a patient Bristol, and in the end, a brilliantly executed try.
Yeah, Bristol Bears play an all-court game. They really do. They can play in a variety of ways, and all of a sudden they've decided they were going to play tight. They've gone through several phases with the forwards. They drew out the penalty. They've pulled the trigger with advantage, and this is just some real excellent skills from Piatau, and Luke Morahan puts the finish on the corner.
It's really nice, and I've got to say, the threat of Semi Randrandra just gives them enough time to be able to move that ball one phase further, and then Piatau just keeping that ball alive once again, and Callum Sheedy gets in the corner.
It was Sheedy moonlighting on Morahan's wing, but a lovely finish nevertheless. It's nice from Sheedy to get back into play. He was buffeted out, made himself available, and a winger's finish in the corner.
It's closing in on Felipe Contepomi's Bristol Premiership point scoring record. He's added another 5 there, couldn't pick up the extra 2. But it's an important score as we bear down on half-time. Randrandra has been at the centre of most good things Bristolian, however that's been stolen. It's been lost forward, and Saints have it. Ludlam, Hutchinson, and then Furbank, and a stretching bigger. He had Piatau in the way.
No advantage, knock on, green ball.
Well, I'm not...
Knock on.
Dixon has decided that well, they're going to come back for an earlier knock-on.
Knock-on the floor.
I was about to praise Lewis Ludlam at this ruck because I thought he actually affected the turnover, but I think it's been given as a knock-on. Let's have a look.
No, just a knock-on. Told you I'd go both ways with it.
Can't see it from that angle. I still think it's Lewis Ludlam's hand, but it actually produced a chance on the width for Saints, something they probably should have finished. Piatow took the chance on the intercept, and I think Bristol were heading up the other end.
Well, the biggest difference for me and the key indicator, Bristol's 70% of the possession, but what are you doing with it? Only 31% positive outcomes from their attack. So whether that's clearing your lines, attacking, or actually building phases, Northampton Saints just over 63%. So clinical of all of which they're doing, but still a very tight game.
Behind.
The two scrums ironing board flat. Mitchell and Freeman and then Dingwall muscling his way forwards. Ludlam making sure the ball came back on the Saints side, and now Laws setting up a handy position centre field. Mitchell shaped to go left, switches right, Bigger whips it away, and then Furbank, and now Ludlam. It's back inside towards those softer shoulders. Ludlam pumping his legs. Oh, that is magnificent. Determination after the Saints switch and Bigger's vision, and it's another one for the scrapbook.
We spoke pre-game about Saints' possibility to go into midfield and step out wide. That said, Lewis Ludlam had an awful lot to do by the time the ball arrived in his hands. I think he's carried 2-3 defenders over from 10 metres out. Again, questions going to be asked quite how he's managed to do that, considering the calibre of Bristol's defenders.
Well, Bristol have got 5.5 minutes left of this half, and they've got to decide what type of game they want to play. If you're only interested in attacking today, then they're going to get their pants pulled down. It'll be a bonus point before half-time, and they'll get back on the bus. That quality of player should not be defending like that. It absolutely shouldn't be, because Northampton Saints aren't having to go through many phases. Yes, it is quality rugby.
That's okay, mate. If you got it on the line, that's fine, mate.
But they've all 3 tries in under 3 phases. How are you getting shredded like that? Quality attack nonetheless from Saints.
Biggest conversion, 5 minutes to half-time. Northampton 24, Bristol 10.
I'll tell you what, when you talk about the type of player that Eddie Jones likes, he loves a player like Lewis Ludlam, a player who takes contact, he doesn't stop, he doesn't just present the ball back, he pumps those legs, he drives those legs. We can talk about the quality of the defence, but quality of the attack as well, 10-15 metres carried.
You can see that's their last possession, which led to that try. Game on success 100%. The quick ruck speed's unbelievable.
Not letting him move.
But they got themselves in a pickle here, giving away a penalty off the kickoff.
Just to wrap things up, by the way, you'd have heard TMO David Rose just wondering whether we needed to have another look at Lewis Ludlam's lunge for the line, but Carl Dixon, the referee, had seen it with his own eyes. He wasn't short, it was a try.
Is that they're holding him in the ruck, pulling his shirt, not allowing him
It's
to
the first time I've ever seen a penalty given for this. He's actually given it for a Northampton player holding the Bristol player in an offside position. It's a smart refereeing from Carl Dixon. As an extra half, he probably knows all the tricks, to be fair.
They've got the line, step out.
Joyce swapping positions with Vui, and it went to the front, and Heenan and Joyce quickly latched on, but Saints got there. What are you seeing, Christian?
Look, this play where you play to the front jumper on his feet, you've got to put it to ground straight away, and Saints haven't done that. But they've got away with it.
Piatow hoping he might pick up some scraps here. Vui's there first of all. Saints offside. Again, free. Bristol ball. Uren. Randrandra just sizing up his options, on his toes. He ran straight in the end. And our Foa took it on.
No clear release on the floor.
One last mighty Saints effort needed before half-time. This is Vui. Uren. Little peek out to his right-hand side to see what's doing. Luke Morahan offers the widest threat. Right out on that right-hand touchline. At the moment, it's being kept in the shadows. Not much longer, however. Joyce. And then Thomas. And Thomas, with very few Saint shirts in front of him, was unstoppable. And Bristol comeback. It's end to end.
I mean, it's a bonkers game. I was joking with Fraser Dingle before the match. How many tries? I predicted 8. 6 already in 38 minutes is unbelievable. My frustration with Bristol lies with when they actually get through some phases. Oh, hang on.
No.
He's allowed that. You're allowed to reach once.
One movement. Yeah.
All one movement.
But they're brilliant. One side of the ball, they're brilliant. They get into the 22, they score 3 tries. If they decide to defend connected and with a sense of aggression and with the same energy that they're showing in attack, they'd be a far more consistent team.
And we spoke pre-game about what's holding Saints back from being in the playoffs. It's probably exactly this, that when the game gets loose, Saints can score 3 incredible tries, but they can't put that chokehold on the game and say the opposition aren't going to score. And that's what keeps games tight, and it means that you lose some games, you win some games, and you don't quite make the playoffs.